Have you ever had that feeling, that sinking feeling when you open your payslip and your take-home pay is just gone? It's way less than you expected and you've got absolutely no idea why. Well, more often than not, the culprit is a tiny two-character code, D0. If that sounds familiar or you're worried it might happen to you, then you are in exactly the right place. We're going to break down what it means and most importantly, what you can do about it if it's wrong.
And just so you know, everything we're about to cover comes straight from the expert tax advisors at ProTax Account. They're one of the UK's most trusted firms, so you can be sure this is solid, reliable information designed to make your life a little bit easier.
So, let's go back to that moment. You've got your payslip, you're expecting your usual amount to hit the bank, but it hasn't. Your take-home pay has taken a nosedive. It's a horrible feeling, right? And it immediately gets you thinking, hang on, where has my money gone?
And 9 times out of 10, the answer is sitting right there on your payslip, hiding in plain sight in that little box called tax code. Just 2 characters, D and 0. The second you see D0, you know that the way you're being taxed has changed, and changed in a big way.
So, here's our plan. We'll start with that payslip shock, then get straight into what 0D actually means. We'll look at the common reasons you might have it, how to tell if it's wrong, and then, the good part, your simple 4-step fix. After that, we'll cover how to get expert help if you need it.
First things first, if you've had that sudden pay drop, please know you are not alone. This is a really common concern. The DO code causes a lot of worry precisely because the hit to your wallet is so immediate and often so significant.
Okay, let's demystify this thing. What does D0 actually stand for? It isn't always a mistake. It's a very specific instruction from HMRC to your employer about how to tax your income. Let's make this really simple.
So here it is in a nutshell. A D0 tax code tells your employer to tax every single pound you earn from that job at the higher rate, which is 40%. And here's the kicker. You get no tax-free personal allowance on that income. None. Every single pound is taxed right from the start.
Now, have a look at this number, £12,570. For the 2025-26 tax year, that's how much most people can earn before they pay a single penny of income tax. So when HMRC puts you on a D0 code, they're essentially saying, we believe this person is already using their tax-free allowance on another job or pension, so everything from this source needs to be taxed.
This table puts it into perspective. See, D0 sits right in the middle there. You've got BR for the basic rate at 20%, D0 for the higher rate at 40%, and D1 for the top additional rate at 45%. And what's the one thing they all have in common? Look at that column. No personal allowance. HMRC just picks the code based on how much they think you'll earn in total across all your income sources.
Okay, so now we know what it is, let's talk about why you might have it. HMRC doesn't just apply this code randomly. It's always based on the information they hold about your circumstances. Let's run through the most common scenarios.
Right, these are the usual suspects. By far the most common reason is having more than one job, or maybe you're getting a pension while you're still working. If your combined income pushes you into the higher rate tax band, HMRC will put your tax-free allowance on your main job and a D0 code on your second one. It can also crop up because of simple admin errors or if HMRC is collecting tax you underpaid in a previous year. Let's make this feel a bit more real. Picture a graphic designer up in Leeds. She has a main part-time job that uses up her normal tax code and her tax-free allowance. But she also does some freelance work for another company that pays her through the payroll system. Because her main job has already used up that $12,570, HMRC might put her freelance gig on a D0 code to make sure she's paying the right amount of tax overall. It makes sense, right?
Okay, you'll want to hear this part. While the D code is often correct, sometimes it's just plain wrong. And if it's wrong, it means you are overpaying tax every single month. This catches a lot of people out, especially if your job situation has recently changed.
So how do you spot the signs? Well, here's a quick checklist. If your total income from everything, all your jobs, all your pensions, is actually less than the higher rate threshold, your D0 code is almost certainly wrong. Same goes if you only have one job. And this is a big one. If you've recently left a second job and HMRC system hasn't caught up yet, that happens all the time.
And that's the point I really want to drive home. It catches so many people. The system is designed to stop you underpaying, but it can easily tip the other way when your life changes. If you don't spot it and sort it out, you're basically giving HMRC an interest-free loan with your own hard-earned money.
Here is the key number you need to remember for the 2025/26 tax year, £50,270. If your total annual income from all sources added together is less than that figure, then you shouldn't be on a D0 tax code. It really is as simple as that.
So, what happens if you've done the maths and you're pretty sure your D0 code is wrong? Well, the good news is it's completely fixable, and you are absolutely entitled to get back every penny you've overpaid. Let's walk through the 4 steps to get it sorted.
Here's exactly what to do. First, log into your personal tax account on the gov.uk website. It's the quickest way to see what information HMRC has on you. Is an old job still listed? Is your income estimate way off? Step 2. If you see a mistake, get in touch with HMRC. You can do it online or just give them a call. Step 3. HMRC will look at your case and send a new, correct tax code to your employer. And Step 4, the best part, you'll get a refund for any tax you've overpaid, usually right in your next payslip.
Now for a brilliant pro tip from the team at Pro Tax Accountant. Whenever you start a new job or anything in your work life changes, just make it a habit to log into your personal tax account. It takes 2 minutes, but it lets you check that all your details are up to date from day one. It is, without a doubt, the fastest way to catch a wrong tax code before it costs you a penny.
Right, we've covered a lot of ground here, from what a D0 code actually is, to why you might have one, and how you can fix it yourself. So let's just wrap up with how to get expert help if you need it, and what your next step should be.
Before we go any further, here's a quick but really important disclaimer. The information we've gone through today is for general guidance and is accurate as of January 2026. But everyone's tax situation is unique, so please don't rely on this alone when you're making big financial decisions.
If your situation is a bit complicated, or you just want that peace of mind that comes from knowing it's all correct, it is always a good idea to speak to an expert. The team at Pro Tax Accountant are specialists in exactly this kind of thing. You can get in touch with them directly for personalized advice.
And if you'd like to read through all of this in more detail, you can find the full article on the Pro Tax Accountant blog. Of course, if you found this useful, please do subscribe for more clear, simple tax guidance just like this.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Now that you understand the D0 code, what it is, why it's used, and how to spot if it's wrong, are you confident you're on the right one? A few minutes checking today could save you a lot of money and a whole lot of stress down the line. Thanks so much for watching.